We are here with FUM around the world in 90 days. For those of you that don't know me, I'm not George Fox. I am Carla J. I am Global Ministries Coordinator. And from North America, we have other staff here. Michael Sherman, who has been organizing the program 90 Days Around the World. And also Kathleen, who's helping us with technology today. And from Africa, we have Getri Agifa, who works at the African Ministries Office, and also Peter and Felix. And we also have Sam from Lugulu Hospital with us today. But I would like to welcome Peter and Felix so that we can learn about their ministries in Samburu and Turkana. And I'm going to be giving them the time to introduce themselves. And at the end of this program, if you have any questions, we will give an opportunity for you to ask those questions. But I would like to ask Peter to introduce himself and then Felix. So welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Carla. Hello there. Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, good evening, from wherever place you are. I am Peter Emmanuel Otengan. I am the director, Turkana Friends Mission. I am based at the office in Lodwar. I'm doing administrative work. I support our field staff, our pastors, our teachers who are out there in the field. I am married with one wife, 3 children, 2 boys and 1 small girl. I am happy for them. They gave me a reason to be, regardless of situations that come around our lives. We cannot control them, but we must always have a reason to be. I am a district graduate. I've been in Turkana Friends Mission since 2000, let me say. First of all, from the wisdom of Haman and John, they co-opted me in the ministry as a treasurer. They brought me in as an admin secretary to help them while I was working with World Vision. I would come around and help them plan on attending to our visitors and such kind of things. So I've been on and off because I've been in school, I've been helping them, I've been going out working to provide for myself and those who look upon me. Until recently, they asked me to come and help in the office again when John retired. I have been here since 2020 until now. I am so grateful that God, in His own wisdom, finds it needful for me to be here, and I don't take it for granted. And I thank the partnership of all the friends all over the world who pray for Turkana, those who give, and those who visit. Those visits are never for no reason. They leave marks in people's lives. They leave marks in households. They leave marks even in the faith of people who think it is a joke to be saved. When they see people coming and praising God, they question themselves, and so I should take this a serious thing to be. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you, Peter. Now Felix.
Yes, thank you, friends. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, other friends for this wonderful evening. My name is Felix Lekuye. I'm the mission director, Samburu Friends Mission. And I thank God for that opportunity to lead Samburu people. And also I thank God for working with Friends United meeting. They are supporting Samburu. And we thank God for that because we can see now the lives of Samburu. We can see the lights changing the communities, changing the families. Our girls are raising from backgrounds, from harsh practices of Samburu culture. And we thank God because we don't say that things happen for granted, but we thank because of God coming in to help the people. I'm very happy to work with the FUM. Recently, we have a medical camp here. Really help the people, the poor, those who cannot assess health. They walk very far, but they came near to them, help others who are unable even to reach hospitals, but they help them. They bring medicine to them, and even support others to register for SHA, and we thank for that. I'm very happy to join you today, so that we can talk, we can raise issues that can change the people of Samburu. I'm a married man with one wife and 3 sons, and I thank God for that because the Samburu Friends Mission are growing as a outgrowth of Samburu Turkana mission. And now I'm working as a mission director to see this mission, a noble mission, grow to cross borders like Marsabit and other areas. So I say thank you and may God bless you. Welcome.
Thank you. Peter, if you can describe your context where you are, tell us a little bit about Turkana.
Thank you, Carla. Turkana is in the northern part of Kenya. Turkana covers an area of 77,000 kilometers squared with a population of around 1.5 million people. Turkana is a county in Kenya that came about through the Constitution 2010. That is the time we felt like we are Kenyan, because earlier on, Turkana was left behind in very many things: education, development, all those things. Turkana is dry. I think Kala knows this. Kala, and those who have come here before, Agisa maybe will say as well, dry, hot, I don't know that I can say, dusty, I don't know, all those things, terrible. Even right now, as the rest areas of the areas in Kenya are receiving rain, we are just dry. We are dry. Turkana Friends Mission is found in Turkana South Sub-County, Turkana Central, Turkana West. We are in Loima, around 4 sub-counties. That is where we have our ministry activities. Turkana people are culturally endeared in their life. That is what we also found, though things are changing slowly by slowly, as many things have taken shape through education. Turkana people believe in polygamy. They marry as long as you have a lot of wealth and as long as you need labor, people to take care of what you own. So they marry many wives. But nowadays it is not so much, because even the livestock numbers are dropping because of climate change. Climate change is real in Turkana, very, very real. Even as at now, I am not confident to tell friends that we have rich people, because when you talk about riches in Turkana, you talk about the number of animals, or the number of your herd, the camels, the cows, the sheep, the goat, So that is the wealth we know. As compared to money, before devolution, it has not been all that recognized. Money is not such a thing but livestock is. But because of the consistent dry weather, people have been losing animals consistently, year in, year out, because here we can even go for 10 years without good rain. So you find animals have really emaciated, they don't produce, they die, wasting in muscles, so they don't add up. They don't even help the herders. And at such time you hear the government intervening through partners with relief because people cannot sell or even slaughter a goat and maybe get some good meal. So that is the nature of Turkana. We don't plant anything. For one, water is a scarce commodity. Leave alone water for irrigation. Water for drinking is a problem. So it requires sacrifice to walk to and from the point where you can get water. But slowly by slowly, we've been seeing some slight improvement, though not yet. Our children in schools deep inside Turkana, where in areas, some of the areas where our churches are, they trek far distances to look for water before they can resume their class time. The herds, animals, goats, sheep, they really walk long distances, and as such, they walk, they don't graze anything along the way. They remain, at times when there is this very bad season, as you walk, you find a goat there, some sheep there, things are just lying and nobody cares because there's no way they can be helped. So before the coming of the church, Turkana people believed in the Africa traditional religious heritage. People knew God by the environment, the sun, the rivers, the hills, and they had such attachment to environment because it gave them a reason to understand there is a source of everything they saw, and that was God. So, like when someone gets a problem,
I think we've lost them. Felix, you can start talking about your contacts in Samburu.
Okay. Okay. Samburu County is located in the northern part of Kenya, with the former Rift Valley province, and a headquarter, Maralal town. A total area approximately 21 kilometers square. It borders Turkana, Baringo, and Laikipia, with a population of around 310,000 people. It is in a arid and semi-arid. The population is mainly rural and spread across the villages. The ethnic composition of the Samburu domination tribe, the Samburu are the Mas-speaking Nilotic group closely related to the Maasai. It is a section from the Maasai people and other communities around Turkana, Rendile, and a few Somali and Kikuyu settlers in the trading centers, especially in Marala. The lifestyle and lifestyle of the Samburu are traditionally nomadic pastoralists in the northern part of Kenya. The livestock include the cattle, goat, sheep, donkey, and camels. The livestock is the source of wealth, food, status, and dowry. The Samburu are also agropastoralism. They practice crops like maize, beans, and vegetables, especially in the plateaus of Loroki Division. That is in a sub-county of West. We have the North as a sub-county and East as a sub-county, whereby there is no planting of crops there. The Samburu culture and dress. Samburu are known for a colorful beads, jewelries, red ochre for orias or morans, for body decoration, shukas traditionally, clothes, strong in intention and age set system. Traditionally, you can categorize them according to their age set and system by traditional songs and dances, especially during ceremonies. Also, the religion traditionally believed in Enkai, God, one God. Today, there is a strong Christian presence. We have the Anglican, Catholics, Friends, Pentecosts, and a few allow traditional religion or bled both. The social services and challenges, the Samburu people, the health and education is still developing, although some areas like north, east, and parts of the central, many areas lack health facilities, good roads, and schools. Accessing to clean water is also a challenge due to frequent droughts and also security. Insecurity, the Samburu, the Turkana, and the Borana, both tribes, they practice, they have morans, and that is a big challenge. The cattle rustlings and banditry occur in bordering regions as a challenge. Also, the climate change and land degradation affect livelihoods. Notable areas and attractions areas like now Mount Nero, Matthew Ranges, Doto Mountains. Those are the places that attract the tourism, but due to cattle rustlings and also insecurity, it paralyzed the developments of the Samburu people. Sometimes even the facilities are very far. So they are facing a lot of challenges. Although we thank God because we can sometimes access health facilities through our friends, through NGOs that they ship in and help the Samburu people. The big challenge is the cattle rustlings and also traditional practices, especially girls are facing very harsh practices like the FGM, and also the young boys, the shepherd boys, are not attended school because they are being recruited to be morans, and this is another big problem that make the community not to develop because of cattle rustling and also some harsh practices they are being applied to children. Thank you.
Has Peter been able to get back in? Let me check. All right, so Felix, now we're gonna be sharing a PowerPoint, and if you can talk to us about the ministry in Samburu, and then if hopefully Peter could come back and we can hear from him as well. All right, Felix. Are you able to see the screen? Felix? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. You can walk us through
Pardon?
the PowerPoint presentation. Are you ready, Felix?
I think we lost Felix, but I think we got Peter back.
Then we can switch to the PowerPoint presentation then. Peter, you're muted, and we've gotten to the point where we're gonna be sharing the PowerPoint presentation. If you can walk us through your PowerPoint. So Kathleen, this is the Samburu. We can change it to Turkana.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Some things,
You can't control what you can't control.
yeah, blackouts on, off, on, off. I don't know what is the problem.
Yeah.
So we're ready to see the PowerPoint presentation for Turkana.
Okay. Yes, Carla. Yeah. This is a photo of some of the properties we have in Turkana. This is a guest house in Kalakol, which is a station that was the first place where missionaries settled in Turkana and began the ministry. So this was a guest house. I think it was a house for the first missionaries. Right now, we've been pursuing sustainability with FUM to see how we can bring these buildings into some economic good for the mission. Just as you see, they are as they were when the missionaries were here, but a few repairs have been happening here and there, like windows. We want to bring them to form because there's a potential coming up in Kalkol. Electricity shall be connected very soon. The government is promising many good things. And we see in Kalkol, this is one of the best places to provide accommodation, to provide guest house services. It is not only this house. There are those other houses that you've seen in the photo. All those houses would want to bring them to form where they can be useful and provide or bring in a cash stream to the mission to help us pursue the mission objectives. Apart from this property in Kalokol, there are some houses in Lodwar here, in the place where we have our office. There are rental units that bring in some small income into the mission account. So we are expanding to Kalokol. Our property in Kalokol has been, I think, maybe, let me say, maybe neglected, I think, for lack of enough money that can help maintain or restore or even improve its form so that it can be useful, attractive to business that can bring money into the mission so that it can support us do the mission activities. So this sustainability project is one of the areas that is, its objective is to bring in cash stream, local cash stream into the mission to support the many activities that are hanging around. As it is now, it is not of great use because hardly do people go there. Even it is, it's not such up to standard. It requires a lot of work. We need to find power for it. And even as the government is planning to bring electricity to Kalokol, we had thought of getting solars so that it can be on and people will be attracted to come to it because there is light. So I think this is what the building is standing for, and those other buildings that you saw right there. Our compound in Kalokol is large. It covers, its perimeter is around 2 kilometers, As we see the buildings, even the perimeter fence is fallen. And Kalokol is a political hotbed in Turkana. People have been talking about saying it must be for community, I don't know what. There is a high need for us to secure that compound with a good perimeter fence so that we scare away people or politicians who would want to grab or who would want to get something for free for themselves. So it is a high need for us to secure that place with a good perimeter fence, even as we come in to develop these houses into usable and economically viable property. Thank you. Yeah, that is, this was Haman's house while he was in Kalkol, the late Pastor Haman. This is where he was living, and this is where he was serving the community in Turkana, going out, coming, and this is where he was living. Even this house requires such kind of work because we need to change them into income generating resource that can help the mission work well. The mission is expanding. Earlier on, in the year 2000, there were only 7 villages where that were being served. Right now, we have around 32 villages. We've been having 4 monthly meetings. Right now, even today as we talk, we've just had our team from the yearly meeting Kitale. They are traveling back to Kitale because they were here to inaugurate another monthly meeting in Kakuma, in Kakuma, because Kakuma has 5 villages right now. The work is expanding, so there was a need to give them a monthly meeting so that they can organize and plan the activities in the progression of the ministry. So the work is expanding, but we are static in terms of income. That is why these houses are required to be useful in this mission work. Thank you. Yeah, the same. This is our pastor's house in Kalokol. It also requires some. This is where our pastor in Kalokol. The pastor who is in charge of that compound, this is where he lives. So this house also requires some good work so that it is usable. The walls are fallen. You can see this perimeter wall is fallen somewhere there. But recently we did something about the windows, yeah, because they were naked windows. So a small fixing was done, but there is a lot of work to do. Thank you. Yes, this is also another house, just near the house where Pastor Haman lived earlier on. Yeah. This is the house where missionary Isaiah, who was sent to Samburu, this is where he was living. So right now, It's supposed to be brought up to standard so that we can hire out to people, or as we expand, even some of our staff can also leave as they serve the ministry. But right now it is in bad condition. It requires a lot of working. Thank you. Yes, this is water project. This is Kalongolomoi. Kalongolomoi is a village on your way to Kakuma. We had a friendly monthly meeting. They sent somebody here. They had an interest of, I think they had from the Nakuru conference. They had the testimony from John, and they were so interested about providing water. So they came here. We took them to Kalongolomoi. There were quite a number of places. They narrowed to Kalongolomoi, providing water for Kalongolomoi because it's a place where it's attracting people because there is some quarry work happening here. And we have a church here. So they saw like it's a potential place because the population is growing and the church is well established there. So getting water here would help create a school. In one of the places we want to start an ECD, Early Childhood Education Center. We need water to do that. So this was who do I say? This is the engineer who had come to do, what do we say, hydrological survey to find points where water can be found around in the plot where the church is situated. So this is the day we are doing the same. Yeah, this is Kalkol still, the houses we want to improve. So this is water project. We provide water in Turkana. Water is gold. Water for livestock, water for schools, water for community, water for children, and water for everybody. That is why in our ministry work, wherever we go, maybe reach out to people with the gospel of Christ, such kind of needs arise because people here trust church more than even the government, because as long as they can remember, Turkana has survived through the intervention of the church organization or churches, literally. So people have grown with the trust of the church even much more than the government, because the government earlier on has been there, but without any tangible work happening in the community. When you talk of schools, it is churches. When you talk of some health facilities, it is churches. When you talk about sponsorship, people who have gone to school, even to university, it is church. So people here have got a lot of reference to the church. And that is why whenever a church, they are reached out with the gospel, some of the things they say is, we really pray so very much that we get water so that we can settle, we can have our children go to school, we can have our livestock get water close by here than walking long distances or even going to insecure areas where banditry is prone. So water provision alongside mission work is just like twin, it is a twin. Water, education, name them, all those services, they come along. The first that comes is reaching out to people with the word of God, and then needs come in. But because people believe with Christ, everything is possible. And we thank all the friends through FUM who have helped before. There has been wells here that were dug earlier before in those early years. Some of them got dry because of climate change. But as now, there is one in Lohoyo that is operating. It is a hand pump. It is a hand pump and it is operating and people like it. Even in dry seasons, there is water there. I think God provided a very good point where water does not dry. So we are so grateful. We are still hoping that this project in Kalongolomai will succeed and people get water so that school can begin in earnest. The children, the women, the children who walk long distances fetching water will have time of ease to work around home, even to plant a tree or even try a kitchen garden because there's water. As dry as this place is, as you can see from this picture, it can be planted. When there is water, there can be vegetables growing here. They can be small things like watermelons can grow here with enough supply of water. So people in Kalongolomoi were anticipating this water, that they can plant trees around their homes, they can have kitchen gardens, they can have some grow vegetables so that it can help them in their families. Right now, everything is either you have money or you don't have anything. So this was me. This is the engineer. The other person collecting stones there, I think, was Muchuma, the brother who was sent by the Lawrence monthly meeting for this particular assignment. Thank you. Pass. Pass. Yeah, the same. This is yeah, water. Yeah, the same. Pass. This is Sudan. There will be a time I talk about South Sudan. Pastor John Muru, missionary Muru, is out to Sudan. He began earlier. He has been befriending people there, learning them. South Sudan in Toposa land. Toposa are like cousins to Turkanas. We almost share culture, even the language, apart from a few twists here and there because of the boundary that was set between Sudan and Turkana. Otherwise, we share with them everything in culture. So John and Grace, the person in the middle is Mama Grace, the wife to missionary John. I think they were here with the locals. They were having their time. I think they took a photo. Right now, John is doing a literacy class there. He already finished one with the first place he went. He went to AIC missionaries because he was with them in the missionary college. So he went to Sudan through them and he helped them train a class of locals to know how to read, write, and understand so that they can be used as evangelists or they can be sent out into the deeper areas of Toposa land. Right now, John was given a place, was given a plot somewhere at a place known as Lo Yahali to settle in the near future. He has also begun a class there because before reaching out, he needs a team of people that will go out with him as a community entry point, as a way through to reach into those others who have not given their lives to Christ. So what he is doing right now is teaching them how to read and write. We are distributing Bibles, and we are so grateful to Mrs. Mwanji. She took up that project, and many Turkana Bibles were bought. What we do here is to find hymn books, Turkana hymn books, so that they can be tied together and they are taken to them when they are ready to go. So this work has begun in earnest, and I am so grateful of friends who have been giving through FUM to support the visits that John has been having there and there. In Turkana here, we began what we call Mission Day. It occurs twice a year in the months of May and October, where our churches give in support of the mission. So we've been going on well. People are facing challenges here and there, but they are trying. So whatever we get from that is also given to John when he makes a journey to South Sudan, because he needs money for his upkeep. He needs money for his travel. He needs money just to do everything because South Sudan is a different land altogether. So that is what we've been doing, and we are so grateful. And we hope friends will support this because this is the Great Commission. The reason as to why we're supposed to change the world for Christ so that at the judgment day, God shall administer fairness. People will have known the word of God, and the judgment will be administered in fairness. Nobody should be left behind. We will have failed if that will not happen. Thank you. Yes, this is South Sudan. These are the houses. Sorry. Go back again. Yes, This is how Toposa build the houses. Grace is posing in front of one of the houses. So this is how the houses look like. I don't know, maybe when we are ready to establish house, I don't know whether this is what we shall be doing, but all the same, we shall figure that out when we are there. This is the water project yet again. Go. Yes. This is South Sudan still. I think John is consulting with elders, maybe the chief. Yeah, I think he's sharing with them. He's sharing with the elders and the area chief, because this is the community entry. It is them who will take you to the people. Yeah, this is the class. The first people to register for the class. These were them, and John is taking them through learning. John has to provide for books, has to provide for pencils, has to provide for rubbers, because they are not able to do that. Part of what he does with the money that we get through FUM is to facilitate that program wholesomely, because the Toposa people are not in a position to do the same. Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah, these are women. These are women. A story is told about these women. When they were preached to by John, they gave their lives to Christ. When their husbands heard that, they were beaten. One of the women was beaten so thoroughly, but she said, "For good or for worse, I have known something that I can cling on that is speaking about my future." So they are here being taught they want to be part and parcel of the team that will be going out to share the gospel to the other Toposa people. You can see her carrying a baby. You can see her carrying a baby. She's supposed to be going to water her animals, or maybe do some building at home, or maybe do some cooking, but they have spared time. This shows the need they have to know how to read and write, so that they can interact with the word of God. They can read, they can share, because their people have not had that time, have not had the privilege to receive this word. So they want to be the first people to create that change, or to take out Christ to their people. And it is such a good thing. They are women, they can talk to their women in a very special way. Men talk to men in a very special way, and people will come on board, and we shall have changed people's lives for Christ. Thank you. Yeah, these are the men. Yes, this is water. This is water. Water is a scarce commodity here. Sometimes when it is hardly so bad, this is an old man who lives deep inside the hills. Through outreaches, we came across him. Time he calls, he does not have water. He lives with two grandchildren. They go to a school which is around 7 kilometers away. Water is around 15 kilometers away. So sometimes he calls, we have to mobilize for water. We carry with our Land Rover. This is our mission Land Rover. This is the car we use for outreaches and doing all the work that we do around here in Turkana. So we carry water for him and for his children, so that they can go to school and come back. The old man is a herder. He takes care of his goats. He only lives with these two boys, and they are all schooling. When they come back from school, they go help him with herding, and sometimes when maybe we are not in a position to take water, they walk the 15 kilometers to go to get water for their drinking and maybe cooking and for school as well. So that is how it is so challenging. The water problem is challenging here. Thank you. Pass. Yes, this is part of the things that we've been doing here. Because this place is dry, at times it really gets much more worse. This is part of the consignment, part of the food we get. Agisa has been instrumental in this. Agisa has been going through yearly meetings, mobilizing when there is harvest over there with our friends who live in areas where rain is. So we receive this food, we share out to our villages, we share out to widows, we share out to old people, we share out to orphans, we share out to, and it has been great helping people improve their however temporal, improve their food security for a number of days, even as they organize about the rest of the days that are ahead. So these are part of the things we do, responding to the immediate needs that people have. And it is common in this place because people do not grow anything, no vegetables, no grains, no what. Everything is bought, or it comes as manna from heaven, like this truck that brought in some food. We've been collaborating with USFW through Mama Selika also. She has been our ambassador together with Agisa, going around the yearly meeting, going around women conferences, going around trying to mobilize for food to be brought around to help. Some of this food at times is taken to our schools because sometimes the government delays taking food. When it comes and there is such a kind of a crisis in our ECDs or even in primary, the people decide to give a bag to them, or to those others, so that they can continue being in school. The problem with our children here, when there's no food in school, they are not also in school, because some of them come to school to get food, and in such programs, they find themselves fully engaged to school in the future because they get attracted to it, because it helps them solve a few problems like food. And then as people, as they see people who have gone to school leave, they also get challenged, and they give all their time to school. So this is part of the work we've been doing. It is not continuous, but it happens once in a while when the grace is there. Thank you. Pass. The same. This food comes all the way from Kitale, all the way from Kakamega, all the way. So it crosses counties before it comes to Turkana. It's a long journey. And we are so grateful for all those people who give locally here and those who help even through FUM. We are so grateful. And it is not in vain, because it touches a child's life, it touches a woman's life, it touches a family's life, it touches even the life of the children who are in school. It touches in a small way. It is small things that bring bigger changes. It is not big things. So we do appreciate, and we pray for God's blessing on everyone who has been doing this. Thank you. God bless you. Pass. Yes, this is evangelism. This is a worship. This is a worship meeting. It is key. It is that which has brought all the needs we've been talking about, be it education, be it water, it is through this. So this is the form of our meeting, and it is a settled meeting. It is not a church under a tree. It is a church under some shade. We have many churches under the tree here, quite a number of them. We have a few under the shade, maybe around 10, maybe 10. The rest, 22. Most of them are under tree. So around 10, 12 are those that are sheltered. Thank you. Pass. Yes, this is a youth conference, reaching out to youth. Changes have occurred in the lives of young people. Churches in the near future may not have this group of people because of emergence of networks, emergence of, life is changing for them. So getting hold of them in such kind of early stages, bringing them together, inspiring them, encouraging them, teaching them, warning them, directing them is important for their lives. The world is pulling them away. The work of the church is to pull them into the fold. Otherwise they may all be out in the world, and there is no one to progress the work we are doing in the church. Thank you. Pass. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. If
Asante.
we can have now Samburu's presentation up. Felix, are you ready?
Yes.
You're muted, Felix.